Hi, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the various steps to setting up your very own Payhip store. I'm going to show you how to sign up for a Payhip account, set up and customize your store, add new products, whether it's an online course, a coaching service, or even a physical product, integrate marketing funnels so you can create things like upsells and cross sells, and ultimately set up your Payhip store for success. So let's get to the tutorial. Hey, it's Aurelius. Welcome back to the channel. In this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your very own Payhip store. So if you aren't aware, Payhip is a platform that you can use to host and sell your products, whether it's a digital product, a service, or even a physical product. With Payhip, it's all in one. So as said, you can sell your digital downloads, coaching, online courses, even memberships too, where you can charge on a recurring basis. So other things include setting up your customizable store like this example here. But why use Payhip as opposed to other platforms such as Shopify? Well, that brings me to the pricing and fees structure. So let's start with that. Signing up is completely free. The only thing is that you'll be charged 5% per transaction plus any fees that PayPal or Stripe charge you, which is typically about 3%. So on average, you're looking at about 8% in fees. In comparison to Gumroad, you're looking at 10% plus those transaction fees from PayPal or Stripe. So that's like 13%. So if you're looking at the cost effectiveness of platforms, then Payhip is a better option, more economic than something like Gumroad. But let's step back because they only charge you per transaction. So that means whenever you actually make a sale, that's when they'll charge you that fee. That means there's no monthly cost to you as opposed to something like Shopify where you have to pay a monthly or yearly fee to use their platform. Now, Payhip does offer a monthly recurring plan where with the Plus plan, you've got $29 per month and they reduce the fees down to just 2%. However, the PayPal/Stripe fees remain the same because it's simply out of their control. So that's a reduced fee. Now, if you want zero fees that Payhip charges, then you're looking at the Pro plan, $99 per month. If you do the math based on your sales, or if you've never made any sales at all, you can work it out based on that. Now, if you've never sold anything, then start with free, and then you can move up as you go along and you've built some traction, you've made some sales, and you've got a better idea in terms of how many sales per month and the volume you sell each month. If, for instance, the monthly fee works out to be actually cheaper than paying that 5%, then why not upgrade to a $29 plan on the Plus plan or on the $99 per month plan? Based on the fees and structure of Payhip, it's one of the many reasons people use Payhip over other platforms. Now that you understand the pricing and fees, let's move on to actually signing up for a Payhip account so that we can start setting up our store and uploading our digital products or whatever products you want to start selling. But before we move on, this video isn't sponsored by Payhip or any other brands. However, this video is sponsored by my very own product called 50 Digital Product Ideas. So if you're looking to turn your passion into profit, then this guide is for you because you can simply browse through the guide, pick any of the digital product ideas laid out with examples too. It's a 30-page guide, so you're bound to find at least one digital product idea to get started on. If you've been looking for something to sell online, start with digital products because simply put, it doesn't cost anything to create, and I'll show you why in this guide. You can simply start from zero, no overheads, no inventory or stock to hold, and you do not need to fulfill a service or deal with clients. So if you're looking to start selling digital products online, go ahead, check the description box below where there's a link to the 50 digital product ideas guide. All right, to get started with Payhip, go ahead, use the link in the description box below, which will take you to the Payhip page, and simply click on the Get Started for Free button. Then you'll land on the Payhip dashboard, and this is what mine looks like. I only use this for testing purposes, which is why you see a lot of these test products, but I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how everything is laid out and where to access different things before we get into the nitty gritty. Starting with the top navigation, you've got dashboard, which will take you back to this area that you see. And on your dashboard, we've got different stats, different analytics such as sales, which you can filter as well. You've got views for your shopping cart, your sales, you can launch a store builder, which I'll talk about later on. This is your store URL, so you can simply copy and paste it. Down below, you've got recent transactions. Going back to the top, we've got products, which is where you can add your products. Store is where you can launch the store builder and customize a few other things. Analytics is where you can go to check out the views and the sales that you've made for a time period. Marketing is where you can go to create things like coupons and run sales and do things like upgrades and cross-selling. Customers is where you can manage your customers and you can see their order. You can also resend their invoices, their receipts. And on this page, you can also manage different things like your actual subscribers, email updates where you can send email broadcasts, sales reports, and your followers. And finally, your account settings is located on the top right where you can change your account settings as well as accessing the store builder once again and also doing things like logging out. And Payhip also can change the modes from creator mode to customer mode. So if you've purchased things on Payhip, you can switch to customer mode so you can access your purchases. Next up, before you do anything else, head to your account and we are going to configure settings. The first thing you're going to want to do is to name your store. Don't fret because you can always change this later on, but name it whatever you want to name it. Could be your name. It could be something that is based on your brand or business. You've got your language, time zone, the username that you'd like. So it'll be payhip.com/whatever your username is that you choose here. Down below, we've got our social profiles. This will be useful when it comes to your store so that you can link it all up. Once you're done on this page, click on Save Settings. Next, head to Payment Details. This is where you integrate your PayPal and or Stripe account. So if you do want to get paid, make sure you finish and complete this step. So you can add both. So you can accept both credit cards and PayPal as well. Down below, you can configure your default currency. So there's a number of currencies supported by Payhip here. Then your statement description so that customers can identify what exactly they purchased. And for me, it's a realist tea, so they know that they've purchased from me. Save settings once done, and then go to billing and invoices. You don't need to do anything in this step, but it gives you the option to upgrade if need be. Next, you've got taxes. You can add your actual physical store address here. Also tax rates based on countries and provinces and different areas of your country. So for instance, I can add a tax rate based on Australia, which is where I'm from. And then I can add 10%, which is the GST, and the tax name is called GST, and apply the tax rate to these types of products. And then I can click Save Changes. So if your country requires you to collect taxes, then ensure you complete this step. In addition to the tax rates, you've got tax settings. So you can let Payhip handle digital products EU VAT automatically for you. So it's required in the European nation, also some other countries like the UK. And we've got include taxes within product price, charge taxes on shipping rates too. So quite advanced there if you want to play around with the tax settings, so you don't need to worry about that in terms of bookkeeping and accounting. Shipping is relevant if you are planning to sell physical products. So go ahead, play around with these settings too. You've got different shipping from addresses, destination regions, and rates. Advanced settings. So if you do sell things like PDFs and guides and ebooks, you can allow Payhip to stamp the buyer's email on the top left of each page of your PDF as long as it's below 250 megabytes. Down below, you've got email notifications. Do you want to be notified whenever a sale is made? If you want to, click that, make sure it's checked. You've got other things down below, inventory notifications. There's a download limit as well per customer. Google Analytics integration as well as Facebook Pixel, store units, and other checkout settings as well. Core settings involves the LMS, so the learning management system, which I'll go through later on if you're planning to sell online courses. You can also customize things like your invoice with your logo and your email receipt. So something like thank you for your purchase, and then write a message that's custom and then save settings once all done. Login settings is where you can actually edit your own login. So you've got general, things like your email or your password, and also your account, adding two-factor authentication, and developer, Gives you a few options if you do plan on doing other kinds of different integrations. Now that you've configured your account settings, let's move on to actually adding a new product. Head to products and then click on add new product. You're given a number of products that you can add, including digital product, a course, membership, a physical product, coaching service, or you can bundle multiple products for sale. Let's start off with something easy. We're going to add a digital product. This is where you can customize your digital product details, such as the description, the name of it, and also the pricing. The first thing you'll need to do is upload your product file. In this example, I'll be selling wallpapers, as in desktop wallpapers. So I've added and uploaded my wallpapers.zip file. That's good to go. If you've got multiple files and products, then you can upload another product file and repeat the same steps. Choose a title for your product. I've simply called mine Modern Desktop Wallpapers. I'm going to price it at $10 US. Next, you can add a cover image or embed audio/video, and you can upload up to 9 items. So if you've got a product and you want to showcase different angles, different variations, perhaps, then you can do it and upload it right here. In my case, I'm just going to upload a couple of the wallpapers included in the wallpapers pack. I'll click on open. Do note that Payhip recommends minimum image width to be 1000 pixels. Now, the 2 wallpapers have been uploaded right there. And if you do have any more product images that you'd like to add, or an audio or video, feel free to upload it. Down below, you've got a description of your product. And this is where sales copy comes in. You need to be able to, in a way, influence and convince the viewer or prospect to purchase your product. And obviously you want to make it descriptive at the same time. Use things like headlines and power words. I'm not going to give you a whole course on copywriting, but feel free to learn how to write, good copy. But you can also use ChatGPT to assist you in writing your description. Now, I've just copied and pasted what I had as a demonstration when I also gave a tutorial on Gumroad, which I'll also link up in the description box below if you're interested in using Gumroad as opposed to Payhip. But back to this, we've got the description. In the actual editor here, you can do things like make things bold. All right, so we'll just highlight a bit of this text. You can also change it to heading 1. Let's say it's a heading or headline. I've just added this line of text here so that I can add it as a headline. Big, bold, first thing they see. And obviously, I haven't spent much time on this. It's just an example. And then goes on to some of the other text and descriptions. So I've got features and benefits, ideal for, and you can do things like bolding. As I mentioned, you can also format it in a way so you can add bulleted lists, or you can do numbered as well. So very basic things that you can do. At the top, let's say you want to add a video showing a product walkthrough or an overview. You can embed it by simply using the insert video, and then this will bring up this box where you can insert a video link. And also you can add an image if you want additional images to showcase as opposed to the cover area, and some other basic formatting tools like block quote, indentation. We've got text color, background color, and alignment too. But let's go with what we've got here. And down below, we've got visibility settings. Do you want to make it public or not seen by anyone or unlisted? So only people who have the direct link can actually view your product. Next, we've got advanced options. This gives you a few checkboxes, like this product has different variations. So you can add different variations, for example, different formats, different versions. Let's say you do want to add a pro version of your modern wallpapers pack, which has in addition 10 extra wallpapers. You can do so for an additional, let's say $10. You add your own title to this as well as description. So let's say this is a pro pack, which includes 10 additional wallpapers. Upload the product file. I'm just going to add one of these images. So in essence, this is what you can expect from adding variations. You've got extra radio buttons at the checkout area. So you've got personal license, commercial license for an additional, $15, $30, $60. So this is the purpose of adding variations. You can bump up your offer going from a $10 one-off product to, let's say, 50% of your customers upgrade to the Pro Pack or whatnot. That would mean an increase in your bottom line. We'll stick to one variation for now as a little demo. Down below, you've got things like this product is tax exempt, or you've got product is an ebook, which in, I guess, some countries need to be noted, such as the EU. You can upload a preview file for your customers, let's say a few pages of your guide or ebook. Limit the number of times the product can be sold. Let's say you're limiting it to the first 100 customers only. Ability to automatically subscribe customers to a mailing list so that you can follow up on customers, provide support or additional FAQs or additional articles that one can follow to help support those who just purchase your product. Or if you're selling a software product, you can generate unique license keys. But once you're done, click on Add Product. The product has been added. You can preview it by clicking on Show Me My Product page. And here's what it looks like. You saw that I added 2 cover images. So I've got one here, one right there. And on the right is where the description is. Now, don't worry about the actual layout just yet because we will be playing around with the theme and the store pages. You might notice at the top here, we've only got one option, the Pro Pack, and it's only because we added one variation, which is why we've got the Pro Pack for $10 and nothing else after that. But if you do want to add different variations, let's say the Standard Pack as well as the Pro Pack or Gold Pack, you can go back to your product settings, scroll down to the variants, and then we're going to add a new variant and call this Basic. And I'll put in just the Standard Pack. All right. In this example, I'll put in $10 just for the normal wallpapers. And the Pro Pack, if they do want to get the standard wallpapers as well as the additional wallpapers here, we'll just put in $20, right? So now I've assigned both the wallpapers and the addition. But for the Basic Pack, they will only get the main wallpapers pack. And then I'll rearrange it so the Basic shows above the Pro Pack. Once done, I'll just click on Save Changes. It'll take you back to the products page where I can preview it by clicking on View. And there we go. We've got Basic, just a standard, or they can easily upgrade by clicking on Pro Pack and then clicking Add to Cart and purchase away. That's how to add a basic digital product. Now, going back, we can add a different kind of digital product. We've got course, membership, physical product, coaching service. So based on whichever you pick, we'll give you different fields to complete and add. Let's say it's a physical product. Looks similar, but you've got at the bottom the SKU, the product ID. You've got weight and other options like being able to track product inventory. So as you can see, different fields for the different kind of product that you add. Let's go ahead and add a course this time because Payhip's online course builder and creator is actually pretty good. You can sell your online courses and have this course curriculum format and layout for your students, making it easier for your students to go through. First, name your course. I'm going to call it Yoga 101. I'll click on Add Course. And check this out. We've got a full platform where you can add your curriculum. We can add different modules, add lessons to your modules, got settings for your course, which we'll also go through, but this is the first section. So sections or modules the same. So we can say module 1 and then add a new lesson underneath module 1. Let's say introduction. And now in the actual lesson, what you can do is click on it. That'll take you to the editor where you can add your lesson, whether it's a video, text only, or a hybrid or combo of each of these. You can add a quiz, you can add a survey, add an assignment to or embed any other media, add your content here. This is an introduction and some other lesson settings. So quite flexible, quite customizable here. We'll click on Save Changes. So you would go in here, add in your modules or sections, and then add your lessons there. And what you can do is preview it, and you can preview it as an enrolled student. And this is what it will look like. It is in draft, so it won't show everything, but this is the interface that your students will see. If you go to settings, there are a few settings you can play around with here. Changing the title of your product, uploading a product image, automatically subscribe customers, and then your author settings or details. You can also customize the design too by clicking on this page. And once you're on that page, you'll see this blue gear icon. You click that, and then you can edit things like your banner image and your colors, your dashboard product lists, things like that. And this is what your students will see. So you can also customize your student portal. Really impressive stuff that Payhip's done. And this is something that Gumroad cannot do. With pages, you can add specific pages like your sales page, your checkout page, and your thank you page, and then also edit them. Pricing is where you can set the price of your online course. Adding pricing plans like a one-time purchase for your online course, or do you want to make it a subscription-based payment plan or free? Under members, you can actually enroll students. You can also deactivate them. So for John Smith, for instance, I can see which programs they're enrolled in and also their activity feed, what they've gone through, the quizzes they've completed, the surveys as well. There's even a feature called certificates where you can create a certificate to reward students who complete their course. So really handy. Video library is where you can upload your video media so that you can then embed it to your lessons. There's also a feature called drip where you can slowly drip each lesson based on a schedule, and also publishing. Publishing gives you a few options right here, but that's adding an online course in a nutshell. There's also membership. So I won't go through every single detail, really pretty much the same. Let's add a title. And I just want to show you what fields you're required to add. So we've got this membership has 0 posts, so we can add posts for this membership. And this is the area where you can start adding posts, and that's essentially what they are going to be paying for. Coaching service will allow you to offer your coaching services. So let's say coaching with Aurelius. And there's a few options of getting clients directly. So you can do plan 1. Let's say I'm doing a phone consult option. I'm charging $200 for the phone consult, or I can do a subscription. Let's say you're offering a 6-month coaching plan. You can do so there, or a payment plan. You can also add different plans, multiple plans here by clicking add another plan. Then you go on and follow the rest of the steps, such as selecting a start date for your coaching, adding first milestone, review and save, and then finish up. Now that you've learned how to add your own products or services, let's go ahead and customize our store using the store builder. Firstly, click on store. You'll land on this page where you can launch your store builder. This is currently what it looks like because I've created demo products right here. This is what you'll see, and the pricing. You've got the modern desktop wallpapers, which we just created and added. On the left, you've got the different sections of your page. You've got your header. So clicking that once will give you options to customize it, such as adding your store logo. But for now, I've just added text as the title. Navigation links too. You can edit the navigation links and adding different links as well. Header settings, which gives you all these options here, customizable in terms of the width, fixed position, vertical, padding, and the space between the menu items. You can also add an announcement bar. Let's say you're doing a Black Friday sale, something like that, then you can do so, and that's where it shows up. Going back to the left navigation, you've got collection, where you can sort the collection of products. So you've got aspect ratio 3:4, you got 16:9 ratio, giving it a different look. So you got that wider look, or you can go for a square. The 3:4 looks pretty good, at least for these kinds of images here. And there it is. You can also show the price or not right underneath the product. I'll just say no. So there it is, disappeared. Number of columns, we can do, let's say 2, or we can do 5. It's really up to your heart's desire. So that's collection. You've got about me as well. Down the bottom, you can customize this with your own bio. You can add new sections too, right here. And there's a heap of pre-made sections that you can add, going from image with text, videos, also text as well, featured products, you've got testimonials, contact us, a newsletter, and much more. Now, what's really great about Payhip Store Builder is the ability to change the whole theme. So change the store style. Then you can go to themes, and where it says switch to another theme, you can do that and scroll, preview any of the themes that you like. So let's say this Oasis one, I'll click on preview, and here's what it looks like. So you can completely change the look of your store by selecting any of the themes. And overall, they look really clean, really good. And I like that Payhip offers this, and it's relatively new, but at the same time, it's not, because it's been out for probably a year, I'd say. In addition to completely changing the look and feel of your store, you can also go ahead and fine tune settings like the colors of your store, the fonts that it uses, the buttons and the fav icon, and much more. So go ahead, take some time to customize your store the way you like. Next up, let's run through some of Payhip's marketing tools and features. So head to marketing. First thing you can see is the coupons feature. So we can add new coupons by clicking on add coupon code, apply to specific products or all products. Let's say you're doing a Black Friday sale or a once a year sale, whatever it may be, and you want it to be applied to all products. You can do so by selecting all products, creating a unique coupon code, and then the type percentage or a fixed amount. So let's say 50% off everything store wide. You can limit. You can also set a start and end date. So really useful if you want to run sales or offer a coupon whenever someone signs up to something. Run sales to encourage customers to purchase products at a reduced price for a limited period. So quite similar to using coupons, but with this, you're given these options here where you can check which product you want for sale. Same thing, you can also run a percentage or fixed. Provide a name for the sale, and note that customers won't be able to see this anyway. It's just for your reference, but there's a start and end date. So in essence, with running a sale, you don't actually need to have your customers input the coupon code at checkout. It just runs between a certain start and end period. Next up, you've got affiliates. If you want others to promote your products or services for a commission, this is where it comes handy. You can simply provide this link here that you see in your account to your potential affiliates so that they can sign up, and then they'll grab their referral link and then promote it away. So this is a great way to have get that additional traffic and get more sales. Mailing list is kind of like starting your own newsletter. So if you do want to set up your own mailing list, you can set it up right here. Integrate your current email service provider. There's a number of services right here. But if you don't see your service listed here, don't fret, because Payhip actually integrates with anything, pretty much any service, by using a service called Zapier. So very quickly with Zapier, you can simply integrate your Payhip account to any service, like thousands really, and do really advanced ifs and thens and things that will help automate your process and workflows. So without getting into too much technical detail, really you can pretty much integrate Payhip with any other application or platform, not limited to what you see right here. With cross-selling, you'll have the ability to add additional products while someone is checking out. So this is a great way to bump up your offer even more, so you're not fixed to making just that one-time sale. Upgrades is rather different because it allows and encourages buyers of one product to purchase other products with a special discount. So if you are planning to sell your modern desktop wallpapers and you want to have the 10 let's say mindfulness ebook at a discounted rate as an upgrade, you can set that percentage right there and add an upgrade. Under the More tab, you've got social discounts where you can share and spread the word about your product by letting customers receive discounts when they share on, other places like Facebook. And finally, we've got referrals where you can incentivize your customers to share your products with their friends, and that'll increase your sales. So add and then apply a referral to whatever products you want. and what's the percentage of referrers and their friends who buy your product. So you can set your percentage right there. And those are the marketing tools that Payhip offers. Next up, to manage your customers, head to customers. And we kind of ran through this slightly, but this is where you can manage all your customers. You can also export your customers as a spreadsheet. And going to subscribers, this is where you can actually manage your subscribers, those who are on your mailing list. Email updates will give you the ability to broadcast a new message to whoever has purchased one of your products. Sales reports is where you can download sales by the month, as you can see. And followers is different to subscribers. And inside followers is where you can export your followers and check out who actually is following you. It's different to subscribers in a way because followers works when someone actually goes to your Payhip store page and then clicks on follow. And once they followed you, they'll be alerted of any new products that you add and any updates. To view your sales and analytics, head to analytics, and then you can filter it by a particular product and during a certain period. You've got daily views, daily sales, and a sales breakdown, top 10 visitor sources, whether it's direct, social, could be any other sources too, conversion rate, visits from the map geographically. Let's run through a few advanced tools and options that Payhip offers. Now, if you go back to store, there's an option to actually create a blog. So you can add blog posts to your store by clicking on blog posts under store. Clicking on add new blog post will take you to the editor. I'll just put in demo blog post, and then you can upload a blog post image, making it visible or not. Put it under news or actions, but I'll just put it under news. There's some advanced options here. Under advanced options, you can include author name, but I'll leave it as is, and I'll click on add blog post. Now, if I want to view it, I can click on view on the blog post. And here's what the blog post looks like. If you go back to your store, you won't be able to see this, or also your viewers. But if you add a link to your blog post, to your navigation, by going back to your store builder, you can have that so that it's featured. So back here in the store, we can add to the header, edit navigation links. I'll add a link. I'll name it blog or updates, whatever, blog post. And where it says a link, I'll just link it to blogs. I'll select news and then add navigation link. There it is. And all I need to do is publish. So now anyone that heads to my store, they'll see the blog, and there it is. Obviously I didn't add an image, which is why there's this placeholder. Another advanced option of Payhip is the ability to add your own custom domain. So instead of using something like payhip.com/yourname, you can have instead www.yourname.com or whatever brand it is. In order to do so, head to domains, once again under store, then connect existing domains. So you need to register for that domain name first at places like namecheap.com or GoDaddy. You'll find instructions in step 1 and then enter your domain name here and then let it all propagate. This in turn will help in terms of branding, and if you don't want that Payhip brand on it, then this is a great option to customize that domain. And finally, another advanced option of Payhip is the ability to integrate Zapier, which I mentioned earlier. But with Zapier, you can follow these steps on how to integrate it and the triggers that you can create, such as whenever someone whenever there's a new sale, you can add it to an Excel sheet, or you can be notified via Gmail, which really does, but you can do all sorts of workflows and processes, which I really love. And the ability just to have this support from Payhip is great. But I'll link up this help page so you can get started with Zapier and Payhip integration if you are keen on doing so. And that, my friends, is how you can get started with Payhip and start selling your products online. As mentioned earlier, Payhip is an all-in-one platform to sell your products, whether it's digital or physical. You've got the ability to manage your customers. You can also set up and customize your very own store. You can check analytics. You can add different kinds of marketing tools such as upsells, upgrades, cross-sells, social discounts, adding an affiliate program, and much more. In my opinion, if you don't want to fork out a lot of cash upfront for something like Shopify or fiddle around with the tech, installing your own kind of selling platform such as WooCommerce on a WordPress website or platform, you know, Payhip is a no-brainer. Considering the fees are just 5% plus PayPal/Stripe fees, you know, it's really a great way to start selling your products online. So get started with Payhip. Look in the description box below for a link to Payhip. Otherwise, simply go to payhip.com to get started. Thanks so much for watching, and if it was helpful, by all means give this video a quick thumbs up, and I'm looking forward to sharing the next training with you. Take care.